You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're running a program, and you've been running it for years. You wake up, scroll, think about your to-do list, then avoid it. You know what needs to be done, but you hesitate. And in that tiny space between intention and action, laziness wins. But let me tell you something most people will never say out loud. Laziness isn't a personality flaw. It's a neural feedback loop. And if you understand how it works, you can kill it in less than 2 minutes. Let's break your brain open. Inside your skull, you've got about 86 billion neurons. Every time you repeat a behavior, procrastinating, overthinking, avoiding, those neurons fire together. And when neurons fire together, they wire together. Your brain becomes efficient at being lazy. Not because it's bad, but because it's trying to save you energy. The part responsible? Your basal ganglia, the habit center. It's not thinking about your goals. It's thinking about survival, speed, and energy conservation. Now layer on your dopamine system, your brain's reward mechanism. It doesn't care what's good or bad, only what's repeated and rewarded, and what's easy gets rewarded. Avoid the task? Tiny dopamine hit. Scroll Instagram? Bigger hit. Eat something sugary? Boom, jackpot. Your brain isn't choosing laziness, it's rewarding the path of least resistance. So how do you beat this system? Not by yelling at yourself, not by waiting for motivation. You beat it with a simple move, backed by neuroscience and behavioral psychology. The 2-minute rule. You've probably heard of it. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it now. But we're not using it to clean your inbox. We're using it to manipulate your activation energy, the brain's biggest barrier to action. In physics, activation energy is the spark that starts a chemical reaction. In psychology, it's the effort it takes to begin anything, a workout, writing, studying, creating. But here's what most people don't understand. Once the action begins, the resistance dies. In his book, Tiny Habits, Stanford researcher B.J. Fogg says, you change best by feeling good, not by feeling bad. So instead of saying, I need to work out for an hour, you say, I'll do 2 minutes of jumping jacks. Instead of, I need to write this paper, you say, I'll just write one ugly sentence. Why? Because your brain can't tell the difference between starting small and starting big. It just knows you started. And that kills the loop. The science backs it up. A study from the European Journal of Social Psychology found that habit formation varies between 18 to 254 days, but the key predictor wasn't time. It was consistency. Even a micro-behavior, repeated daily, rewires the brain. Neuroscientists call this long-term potentiation, when repetitive action strengthens the connection between neurons. Think of it like forging a new path in a jungle. Every time you take the same step, you clear the brush. Eventually, it becomes effortless. But wait, there's another layer. It's not just your brain that resists effort, it's your identity. You've told yourself a story. I'm lazy. I always start strong and fail. I'm just not disciplined. And the more you repeat that story, the more your brain protects it. That's how the subconscious works. It fights to stay consistent with who you believe you are. But here's the good news. Identity is evidence-based. You don't change who you are by thinking. You change who you are by doing. Each time you take action, even for 2 minutes, you collect proof that you are becoming someone new. Not overnight, but daily, like compound interest. And here's where most people fail. They think 2 minutes is pointless. They want transformation to feel dramatic. They want fireworks, not friction. But greatness isn't loud, it's not viral, it's invisible. It looks like doing the hard thing, half quietly, when no one's watching. A Navy SEAL doesn't build discipline in battle. He builds it brushing his boots at 5 a.m. A writer doesn't write a bestseller in one sitting. She writes 200 words in a notebook when she's tired. And the life you want, it won't arrive with motivation. It will sneak in through 1,000 micro movements, started in 2 minutes. So here's the move. Set a timer for 2 minutes. Pick the thing you're avoiding. Do it badly, imperfectly, but immediately. Then stop, or keep going if you feel like it. Don't aim to finish. Aim to start so small you can't say no. Because here's the truth. Action kills resistance. Movement rewires identity, and momentum changes everything. You're not lazy, you're just rehearsing it. But now you know the hack. Now you know the loop. Now you've got 2 minutes, and that's all it takes to start becoming unbreakable.